Hi all, I've been making games for more than 6 years now, and I still haven't finished a single game. Except for this game jam game about a monkey throwing poo, but I'm not that proud of it. So this time I want to actually complete and publish a real game, instead of endlessly starting new projects. I started drawing this little character, and I gave him some cool movement and a spear attack. Then I made spear throwable, which would be the main hook of the game. Later I animated the sprite, drew a lot of tiles such that I could easily create a world. Then I recreated the world again for no reason. And then I made the snappy camera behavior. And yes, I recreated another map. I also added ladders because the player couldn't reach high platforms easily. Then I started doing questionable things. I redrew the character, but made him smaller. I tried giving him a sort of tongue lick attack or something. And I even tried to convert him into a spring. So, the game now is a big identity crisis. Nice. What now? Let's make the game we currently have more fun by removing the old character and introducing the ape. A creature that can walk on hands and feet or run on only his feet while being able to grab things with his hands. I'll try to explain the math a bit, so put on your goggles and buckle up. Let's start with 3 circles: the body, the torso and the head. These circles have a desired distance they want to have. A constraint can be added to snap the circles into place. Now it's time to add some dynamics. When pressing the arrow keys, all circles accelerate a bit in the input direction. But to make the little guy lean towards the direction it is moving, we can add an additional acceleration to the torso and an even higher acceleration to the head. To make the character stand up, we always add a slight vertical acceleration to the torso and the head. Now, after adding the floor, it is time to tackle the feet. We cast 2 rays down to this floor to determine the new positions of the feet. We then check for each foot if the distance to the body is greater than some distance. If this is the case, we update the foot position, or in normal language, we take a step. We alternate this pattern such that the feet don't step at the same time. Now, when we also do this for the hands and make them wobble up and down a bit, we get this natural movement of the creature. And here's where the game all turned around again. When I now play the game, I find it much more fun to walk around on only the feet. So why not just scrap the whole walking on all fours idea and turn the ape-like creature to a more human-like? The movement logic stays mostly the same. We only have to remove the hand placement, and now we can make some quick progress. First we add jumping and a ledge detection, such that the jumps feel more fair to the player. And yes, this guy's hands and feet aren't actually attached yet. So let's fix that real quickly. Nice. And a game like this has to include some sort of moving platforms. So that was the most logical next step, which also resulted in this very funny bug. I might make this a future for some other game, because it looks quite interesting. But no, let's first finish this game. Okay, let's fix this bug because we aren't making a spider game again. Oh, yeah, I also added the ability to swing, which works perfectly fine right now. Look at him go, it feels so dynamic already. Now we need to wait for this little guy to eventually defend himself against enemies. Instead of the ordinary guns and the swords, this guy just throws rocks and bombs. Or really just anything he can find. I made holding the items feel as natural as possible, which should also correctly interact with the environment. Okay, it's time for the creatures. Don't worry, this white guy is just a placeholder. After seeing this guy in my game, my brain did a little thinking. What if the player can also grab and throw small enemies? Incredible, right? One problem, the creature is looking a little stiff here. So let's give him some movement, which was way harder than I originally thought. As you can probably see, the creature just walks towards where the player is, even when the direct path is obstructed, resulting in the enemy not always reaching the player. To to solve this, I added a world graph, which basically is just a collection of every possible place the creature can be in and a bunch of transitions between those positions. Now the creatures can find their path towards the player and chase them down. Kinda scary actually. I tried some more complex jumps and after a lot of bugs, it works pretty good. But as you can see, it isn't really fair for the player if the creatures can just magically sense where the player is. To fix this, the creature now wanders around and only chases towards the player when he is in its sight. Oh, and I also added this blue guy who can jump or fall down, as well as this worm, which just looks so satisfying when it crawls around the corners. The creatures can now have different body sizes and they can also have feet. Okay, moving on, we definitely need to change this character design, or at least the colors. First I came up with this grey dude, then this more realistic human, then this very colorful guy, but I decided on this design for now, which I am definitely going to change somewhere in the future. When walking around with the creatures, the game already feels pretty alive. Not the best decision to make right now, but I am going to make some art for the creatures. I present the Cloudwalker, the Sunflower, and last but also kinda least, this tiny bug. The game looks really absurd right now, but that's the style I'm going for. I really do not know why, but I drew another map. And I also added these ropes, which really wasn't needed, but I kind of felt like it. Oh, and you won't believe what I'm going to say right now. I yet again made a map. When playing the game, I noticed that I really don't like that I can't swing around while simultaneously holding objects. So I did what anyone else would do and added an inventory system. But not just any ordinary inventory system. Nah, that would not be absurd enough. So here is these hands. You control objects towards the hands and they will hold on to the objects for you. As you can see, the progress of this game is going really chaotic right now. And I am kind of unsure about this game and whether it is even worth it to continue working on it or not. I really do not want to give up on this game because that was the whole point of making it, to actually finish a game project. To give myself some motivation, I have drawn all these tiles and normal maps to make the game a bit more appealing. And yes, that really works for me. Next, I will make a list of high priority tasks I need to do and work on those before adding the less important features, such as ropes. It has been 3 months now since I've even touched this project, which is mainly because of university taking a big chunk out of my free time. But in this time I've done a lot of thinking and I think there will be huge progress soon. Anyways, this video has already been long enough, so you will have to wait a little longer for that. See you later.